everybody, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I know it has been forever since I have been making videos, but I moved and I am super excited for this next chapter in my life. I'm going to be getting back to a regular uploading schedule for you guys. Things have just been a little crazy and chaotic, and I haven't had the time that I would have preferred to be able to get content out there, but I am super excited to get back to it. And I have so much that I want to share. Today I am going to be coming to you with my January wrap-up. First off, I want to apologize for the lighting today. I don't have a lot of natural lighting right now because it's snowy outside and it's a little dark and gloomy, but that's okay. I wanted to make this video and get everything back out there. I'm not going to be doing a wrap-up for November and December simply because I wasn't doing that much reading during that time for obvious reasons, health related, the move related, and I just want to be able to start fresh for the beginning of the year. I am considering doing a video about my favorite books of 2019. If you are interested in seeing that, then let me know. Hi. Somebody wants to be involved. Good boy. So the first book that I read in January was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I started my reread of the Harry Potter series last year, and I got to all of them except for the last two. And that was just due to things being so crazy, but I got to both of the final installments this month, and I am super happy. I love them every single time that I read them. I always find something new to appreciate, and Half-Blood Prince is one of my favorite books in the entire series. I think a lot of people would agree with that. So many things get answered. So many things start to get wrapped up, and it's a magical experience. I finished both of the last two books, which are two of my favorites of the entire series, particularly The Deathly Hallows. The Deathly Hallows is probably, I would say, my second favorite of the entire series. I thought it was a completely epic conclusion to a series. It was so satisfying, and almost every little thing that I wanted to see accomplished was answered. There's only one little thing, and the community seems to be torn on this, but I am a Harry Hermione shipper. I never thought that Hermione and Ron would have made a good couple, or for that matter, Ginny and Harry. I'm not saying anything against the characters of Ron or Ginny. I think that they're great. I love their characters. I just didn't think that they made much sense with Harry and with Hermione. But that is an opinion that varies among the community. It just depends on your own personal preferences, and that is just what I believe personally. And even J.K. Rowling has come out and said that she wished that she had done that. So I don't feel totally crazy on that account. The next book that I read was Seeker by Kim Chance. Kim is a fellow booktuber who has made many videos on her writing journey and her journey to publication, getting her book deal for her very first book, which was Keeper, 2 years ago, I believe it was now. And her videos have been so helpful in my own writing journey. I've learned a lot, and she's so sweet. She's an amazing person. I will link her channel down in the description for you guys to watch. She hasn't made any videos in a while, but she has a very long backlog, and they are extremely helpful if you are looking into getting into the writing industry. I really think you could benefit from watching her videos. They've done so much for me. And Seeker is the sequel to Keeper, her very first book. And this is the final book in a duology, a story of a 16-year-old girl who learns that she is not only a witch, but that she is the keeper of the family grimoire, which holds all these complex spells that this dark wizard is after, and therefore is after her. And I'm not going to do spoilers for the first book, but in this book, she and a good handful of her friends are in hiding. So it was really interesting to watch that transition from just learning about her abilities and her situation to trying to learn how to control it, trying to learn how to hone it in and use it as a weapon, basically. And I really enjoyed the character development. It came a long, long way, and I think that Kim did a wonderful, wonderful job with that novel. Great job. And I cannot wait to read anything else that she puts out in the future. The next book that I read this month was Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. This has been one of my favorites for many years. I read it for the first time as a child. I loved it then, and I love it now. I hadn't read it in many, many, many years, since probably before high school, if I can be 100% honest. And that's one of my resolutions for reading this year, is to go back and read a lot of my childhood favorites. I also want to go through and read more classics. And this book fit both requirements. So it was the first one that I wanted to tackle, especially considering that the new movie came out last year. I haven't seen it yet. But this follows, if you didn't know already, the story of four sisters, Beth, Amy, Meg, and Jo, during the early part of the 1800s, and just following their life for many, many years, showing the struggles of women in that time period and how they all come into their own identities, personalities, what they do for their community. And I just love connecting with each one of those characters, because for the time it really was very advanced. It was very feminist. And when you think about the time period that it was written in, it really was ahead of its time. And so many of those points are still valid today. Not to the same level, obviously, but it really does show how far that women have come. And I just love the main character, which is Jo, because she doesn't want to fit into the mold of what the perfect woman was in that time frame. She doesn't want to get married. She doesn't want to have children. She wants to have a career as an author that she very heavily pursues and is successful with. And that was very unusual for women at the time. And I love how she didn't let anybody put her into a box and really, really push the boundaries. And really went above and beyond for her family, as there were no brothers. And it's such a wonderful, wonderful, heartwarming story that really has stood the test of time. I wasn't sure how I would receive it now as an adult, considering how long it has been since I read it. And if anything, I think I appreciated it even more this time around. It was absolutely incredible. Even though it's a reread, it is my favorite book of the month, by far. So amazing. And I do want to watch the new movie relatively soon. I did watch the 1994 version that starred Susan Sarandon and Winona Ryder, and I absolutely loved that version. If you guys are interested, I may do a comparison video on the two different versions of the movie. There's actually several, because there were a few before the 94 version. That's just the most famous one. But I may compare those two versions as well as older versions if you guys are interested in seeing that, and comparing them all to the novel and seeing which one stacks up the best to the source material, and doing like a differences video, like what's different for those of you that really hate adaptations that go too far from the source material. It may be a good resource for you. So if you're interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments down below. Again, I am super, super excited to be back for you guys. I'm going to be having a lot more regular content. I've got a lot of video ideas going around in my head. I haven't really settled on anything yet, other than I would like to do writer-related videos on Wednesdays from now on. If you guys have any video suggestions of types of videos that you would like to see, go ahead and let me know in the comments. And that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so, so much for watching. If you liked this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.